The drama of Miss Universe Philippines 2020 continues. Miss Quezon City, Michelle, released a YouTube video sharing her story, sharing that things were not exactly what they seemed on the surface. She said that the reason that she was sharing her story, her version of things, is because there were so many misconstrued stories about what happened, about what she did, what people said, that she wanted to set the record straight for herself. The video is titled, "This is my statement, this is my story." It has about 5,000 likes as I'm recording this video and over 1,000 dislikes. And the reason I'm sharing that right now is I'm wondering if people are disliking it because they feel bad for her and the situation, or that they're not agreeing with what happened. I don't really know. Obviously, everything is speculation, and the reason that I'm sharing this video with you is because I believe that she says some really important things, like there's some really important messages to take away from her video. We still don't really know what happened. She basically says that she heard things that she wasn't supposed to hear. She heard things that made her question herself as a woman and her basically just who she is. I'll link the video so that you guys can watch it because I believe it's important for you to hear her voice coming through. I don't want to be speaking for her, but I do also want to give a couple of my insights, because if you've watched my videos in the past, you know that I've shared my story, my version of things for my journey to Miss Universe, for my journey to Miss Supranational, and I always try to keep it real, be honest, and share and show that it isn't just glitz and glam. It isn't just this amazing rainbow journey of competing in a pageant. There can be drama, there can be doubters. You will not always feel supported by an organization. And for those who saw my journey or my story about my journey leading to Miss Universe, I felt very much not supported by my organization. I was very much on my own, and it is such a hard position to be in. For Michelle, being Miss Quezon City, of course, it was a roller coaster that she wanted to win. She wanted to represent Philippines at Miss Universe, but then maybe she was seeing things that made her question herself or question, you know, the pageant world in general. The most important thing here, though, is that we're sharing what she had to say. So here's a couple of the notes that I made about her video. Also, I should quickly note that I said my next video was going to be my live reaction of Miss Universe Canada, but they ended up not sharing the full video, the full pageant. They streamed it, but then they didn't leave it on the YouTube channel. So my next video about Miss Universe Canada will basically be a contestant profile on Nova Stevens, how I think she'll do at Miss Universe and all that. So just thought I'd mention that. But anyways, Michelle in her video, she said that prior to the competition, she was so busy, she became so exhausted and overwhelmed that she passed out. She woke up one day before the pageant, or a couple days before, she took a few steps and she collapsed. Oh, this 3 days. It was only 3 days before being asked to check in for Miss Universe Philippines. She scraped her head, she broke her toe. Then later in the video, some of the things that she shared that I really felt like were good takeaways that were important for someone like me to hear, and maybe for you guys to hear as well. She shared her fake news answer from competing in a pageant a few years ago. She said that we're all responsible because we're all accountable for the things we share online, and it becomes news. It could be lies that circulate after sharing something. So basically, we're all responsible for what we share, and she wants to take a stand because the reason that we join beauty pageants is to be empowered and to stand up for people. And if we keep silencing women to speak up about certain things that are hurting them and bothering them, then why are we here? I thought that was really powerful. I really love that she said that. She basically said, like, what is this all for if we try to silence the women who are supposed to be empowering all of us by competing? She then said, if we keep telling people to be quiet and to accept their fate and to be humble, there's a difference between being humble and being silent. There's a difference between having dignity and knowing what you deserve as a person. She said it took every ounce of courage for her to film the video. And like I said, she didn't exactly share what she heard. She didn't share exactly what happened. I feel like we can speculate that she knew that who the winner was. I'm not gonna actually speculate because I don't really know. Again, some of you might have a better idea, but then she said, as a queen, as a real queen, it's not just crowns we should be fixing. We should be fixing society because we can. We should be fixing social issues because we can. This may be my purpose, not to wear a crown of jewels, but to wear a crown of thorns. Overall, I'm impressed with her for coming out with this statement. It takes a lot of courage to be able to speak up, to share what happened to you, to share your thoughts and opinions. And I do feel bad for her because she is in a position where she's putting her image at risk, if you will. But I think she already feels that she's had enough people like bash her and say things about her that maybe aren't true, that she wants to share her statement. So kudos, Michelle, to you for speaking up and sharing your story. It does take a lot of courage. There are always going to be doubters, there are always going to be haters, and so it takes a lot of courage to speak up. We also know that Sandra Lemon on Miss TEA shared some information about what happened, but didn't necessarily fully share what happened as well. And I just feel like something must have happened. Like, we don't know what happened, and maybe it doesn't necessarily matter exactly what happened, but rather that we know things weren't fully transparent. Michelle says in the video that they were left in the room sometimes not knowing what was happening, or things were very delayed. And then she shares something about what happened when the pageant was airing, that things were delayed. She came down purposefully for when the gown was happening, but when she came down, it was only the top 16 announcement, and then she left, and she left early because she just like couldn't handle it anymore. She didn't want to be part of the pictures, and a few other things. Again, I'll let you guys watch the video and hear what she has to say because I don't want to put words in her mouth, but there just seems to be a lot that we don't know, and maybe we're not meant to know. Maybe it doesn't really matter, and the most important thing here is that women are being able to speak their minds and share their truth and share their side of what happened. I don't know what else to say. And the reason as well that I'm sharing this is because I think it's important to share some of what she said, and because a lot of you are sending me this video. A lot of you are asking me what I think about it, what my thoughts are, and why maybe she was sharing this, like what the purpose was. And I think ultimately she wants her voice, her story to be heard, and I think that's really important. I've shared videos that share my story, my side of things, because it does feel good to know that your real truth is out there. And if people are doubting what you've said, what your story is, they can come to your video or your Instagram or whatever it is and be able to read and see your truth. And whether people believe it or not, I guess that's up to them. But I honestly, I don't know what more to say except that I know it's hard to share what happened behind the scenes of things. I know it's difficult to have the courage to be able to share your story and your truth. And so, I mean, good for her for sharing this. I don't know what you guys think. Again, I feel like I can't really comment too much because I don't really know what happened. But I do know that things aren't always what they seem. They aren't always glamorous and amazing and beautiful. And I know what it's like for people to be sharing fake things about me. For example, when I went to go pass the crown of Miss Universe Canada, when I showed up to pageant week that week, I had a few different people within the organization who I hadn't seen for a while, and they were really quite rude to me, and I didn't know why they were being so rude to me. But I ultimately found out that people within the organization were sharing like fake things about me. They were sharing that I said certain things, that I did certain things that I 100% did not. And so it was really discouraging because I had these people who were basically like giving me the cold shoulder, and I was like, what? I haven't seen this person in months. Like, why are they treating me this way? And they told me that somebody was saying fake things that I did, that I said. I don't want to go too much into it in this video because this is about Michelle and her story. But anyways, I know what it's like to have people say things about you that aren't true, and then have people treat you a certain way, say things about you that just simply are not true. It can be difficult, especially in this industry that is meant to be empowering women, inspiring women, and there are things that happen behind the scenes that just aren't real, aren't true, and it can be really, really difficult to see the light among the darkness. I'm gonna leave you guys with that because I believe that this is Michelle's story to share, and maybe it'll eventually come out what actually happened. I'm not sure, but let me know in the comments if you guys think anything about this. I don't really know. I thought it was important to highlight, and a lot of you as well were wanting my opinion, my thoughts, and I hope she stays strong and stays true to herself, and that maybe the truth will come out whatever happened. But ultimately, I do hope that things will change, and that this is such an amazing platform, you know, Miss Universe and pageantry in general, to be able to inspire and empower women. And I hope that we will continue to see changes, that things are more transparent and more fair and more everything positive in all the pageant spaces around the world. I hope you are all staying safe. I know that there was a crazy typhoon in the Philippines and there was catastrophic damage. I think I've seen that over 16 people have passed away, so I hope that you guys are staying safe. And anyways, I'm sorry that this is a bit of a negative video, but I do hope that we can see the light in this and see that this is a platform to share our voices and share our opinions and to empower women and people around the world. Have an amazing day, you guys, and I will see you in the next video. I'm starting to edit the video right now, and I wanted to add a final note that ultimately, let's spread love and support each other and not hate on each other or try to bring each other down, because especially in the world right now, we need more positivity and love and support from each other. So let's do our best in whatever way we can to support and uplift others and not try to bring people down. So anyways, have an amazing day, guys. Thank you for tuning in as always. You guys are the best, and stay safe.